2 weeks ago, we were in Russia. Now we are halfway across the world. It's round 17, the Japanese Grand Prix at the Suzuka International Circuit. A wonderful circuit steeped in Formula One history, and it forms as part of this year's 2019 calendar with only 5 races left. Round 17 takes part here in Japan, and then at the end of October, we're in Mexico City. The 30th of October now has a new little date, not a race, but an event, F1 in Hollywood. Then, of course, we resume on the 1st and 3rd of November with the United States Grand Prix, the Brazilian Grand Prix in mid-November on the 15th to the 17th, and then we end it all on the 29th to the 1st of December in Abu Dhabi, the United Arab Emirates. In the Drivers' Championship, Lewis Hamilton has a 74-point lead over Valtteri Bottas. Charles Leclerc in 3rd place is in a battle with Max Verstappen and his teammate Sebastian Vettel. And then the battle for 6th is shaping up. Pierre Gasly is now only 3 points ahead of Carlos Sainz, and then Alexander Albon is closing in on that battle. But the battle for 9th and 10th is close. We've got 2 drivers level. Danny Ricciardo on 34 points, the same as his teammate Nico Hülkenberg. Lando Norris in 9th, just a point ahead. Then we've got Kvyat and Perez all level in 12th and 13th and 33. Raikkonen on 30 points as well. Magnussen closing in, but we've got Norris, Ricciardo, Hülkenberg, Kvyat and Perez and Raikkonen in a hunt for that 9th place. Lance Stroll on 19 points in 16th, Romain Grosjean only with 8, Antonio Giovinazzi worse off and only on 4 points. Then we get Robert Kubica on 1 and George Russell on 0. Mercedes have a chance to clinch the Constructors' Championship this weekend. They are on just 14 more points than Ferrari, and they are the champions this year. The battle though still raging between Renault, Toro Rosso, Racing Point for the battle for 5th in the championship, as McLaren are now 40 points clear. Hello everybody, welcome to Japan Suzuka, what should have been the Saturday practice review and going into qualifying as well. But the Super Typhoon of Hagibis has cancelled all running here at Suzuka for the 2019 Japanese Grand Prix. So, in turn, Practice 3 is cancelled, and instead we'll have qualifying tomorrow morning at the later time of 10 o'clock Japanese time, that's 2 o'clock UK time, with the race getting underway still at 6. So that means we've got a full show to fill, and what better way than to have a little bit of a look at some features and a little bit of fun and games while we wait this one out. First of all, let's go to the touchscreen and with Megan about how this Super Typhoon is forming and where it'll hit inland in Suzuka. Over to Megan at the touchscreen.
Thanks, Josh. Because we all know you're not the hurricane expert in the family. Anyways, so this is Typhoon Hagibis. I struggle with the title a bit, to be honest. It's not, though I can manage. It's actually Joshua who told me the name of a typhoon, because I had no idea. Because I don't really keep up with that area for some reason, because I can never find the right sites to actually go on, though this time I have. Though the site I usually go on is, I'll show you in a second, though it's for like hurricanes. Hurricanes are it's basically the same thing. There's in different regions of the world, hurricanes are called different things. So in this region it's called typhoons, and in others it's called cyclones or hurricanes. So anyways, this is where it is right now. You can see right there, that's where it is right now. And that's where it just tells me where it's going to be, at what specific times. It's estimating when it's going to be. So on Friday at 1, it's going to be here. So that's good. Though it shall affect qualifying, which it will, might not affect qualifying, though I think it will. And also will have effects of the next day, since it's only moving around 9 miles per hour, which Japan is a massive place, so we don't really think it's gonna pass by the time the race is on. That is where the eye is. Because if you're in the eye, the closer you get, the heavier wind speed it is. Though, if you are on the eye, you do get a bit of a break. Anyway, that's where it'll be on Saturday at 10. Oh, keep going over here like it's a touchscreen. Though, so far we can only see up to here at Sunday at 10. Right, so we can see that. That's where it is. And it's been... Well, it formed on the 4th of October. And it's obviously still going on. It's sustaining winds of 120 miles per hour, which is actually expected to rise by 40 miles per hour by the time it hits where the race is, affecting a load of things, because even if they're not near the eye, then the wind speed shall still be increasing, which I do not think, personally, the drivers will actually be allowed to race. So that's the pressure, 915 HPA, which, to be honest, I'm not sure what that actually means. Though all I know is that it's extremely strong. It's affecting the Marina Islands, and this is what I usually use, which I think we may actually need in Mexico, because hurricane season lasts a really long time. And it's like this. National Hurricane Centre, because I've always had a passion for hurricanes. So, as you can see here, this is where it says Category 5 hurricane expected on race day, and well, I keep saying hurricane, that's typhoon, which is equivalent to 160 miles per hour, and this is just estimated. It could go higher, it could go lower, it could be exactly right. No one really knows because it's unpredictable. And here we can see the Saffir-Simpson scale, which I do actually love to use because it very accurately tells you what category a hurricane is. And as you can see, at the minute it's a Category 3 hurricane, though that is a Category 5 what's expected on Sunday during race day. That's all. Basically, I have to say, I personally don't think the race shall continue. Anyway, back to Josh.
Megan there on Thursday to tell us more about the hurricane as well. She's currently right behind the wall, but not coming in, unfortunately, which she's not wanting to be part of today's show. But no, she's not even going to come in. Alright, it's a bit of a light-hearted one today though, but let's just take a quick look at this current typhoon area. Well, this was it last night, and it was absolutely shocking. The rain came down at about 11:30 last night at the circuit, bringing up to this morning in Japan. A little bit brighter. You can see where the rain is forming there. It's pretty much flooded. This was at 4 o'clock in the morning Japanese UK time. This is going to be qualifying time now. So 1 o'clock in the afternoon in Suzuka. And you can see that there was absolutely no chance of the session taking place. And right now, it's back tonight in Suzuka. And the rain's still coming down. And it should be that we won't have any running until the track A is dry and B, the wind has died down, and that is what everyone is worried about for the qualifying on Sunday morning. The fact that the rain would have gone, but the wind will still be there. So that is going to be an issue. But let's move on and talk about the Mercedes W10 and what has given Mercedes an advantage that could lead them to a 6th Constructors' title on Thursday. I was at the touchscreen. So let's use the touchscreen actually for once this year and actually look at a virtual car. Let's take a look at the Mercedes W10, the car that is going to take Mercedes, hopefully this weekend, to a 6th Constructors' Championship in a row, the first team to do so. Let's start off then with the front wing, and Mercedes have gone for, I want to say, a little bit more of an elegant design this year, of course. The simpler designs of the front wing this year, so they've now got only 5 struts of wings, and that takes the airflow up over the wheel and to the segments around here, which we'll get onto in a minute. But the front wing this year, heavily censored by the regulations. We used to have little aero dots up here, deflecting. You can see just a little two here, if you can see. There we go. We've still got another one here. That's the camera sensor for the front wing as well. So a lot of airflow still in control. This bit is regulated by the FAA, so absolutely no aerodynamic pieces can go here. That's also where the front jack lifts the car up as well, so absolutely nothing there. This side you can see a little bit more of the turning vanes as well in the car. Of course, it's more like ground effect that was in the 80s. This side of the car, if I can get this bit to work nicely for you, there we go. This bit of the car sort of shovels up the air because it's in a little bit of a cone shape. It shovels the air underneath the brake disc and to the wheel to get coolant into the brakes as well. Let's just return to normal vision for a second. So the front wing is a heavily important part of the car, and if we just have a look at this, the nose cone. Mercedes evolved the nose, the W10, from launch to race 1, introducing a small tapered in section just above the front tip. That's just here, as you can see, to feed air through the vane, helping the car accelerate on its way to the underfloor. So if we just take a look at that, there we go, see, loving this. The touchscreen, loving the touchscreen. So you can just see here, there's these similar underflows that you see on the opposite side of the wing to shovel the air underneath the car. It's pretty much a stone tunnel effect here. There's the turning vanes there, and of course the FAA action for road safety. So the front wing, still an important part of the car, of course. Now let's go on to the suspension of the car. Well, it's a pull. If you remember, Ferrari had the pull rod suspension a few years ago. This is a push rod suspension. Pull rod, push rod. This is a push rod suspension, so it pushes the car into the direction. So it pushes the wheels instead of pulling them into the corner. It does what it says on the tin and pushes them into the corner. Let's take a look at the side of the car and take a look at the front wheel here. See, so the front suspension, Mercedes front suspension features an unusual double braking solution, double bracket as well. As you can see here, it's very unusual on these modern age cars to have it. There's the first set, and underneath you've got a second set, so it's got effectively front braking and then an extra bit of braking. Do you remember a few years ago we thought the Mercedes had the magic pedal which moved the braking suspension? Well, there's the FIA suspension and there's Mercedes' suspension, and it's giving them the extra braking force. Also, you can see here there's the air funneling under the car. This is where it all goes, the side of the car with the aerodynamic views. They've updated these here this weekend coming into Japan. But the air pockets, there's the engine coolant, so the air flows into the engine, keeps the nice V6 turbocharged car nice and cooled. But if I can move the touchscreen, these here, the aerodynamic winglets, now this is because you can't have them on the front wing anymore. They've moved them up a lot further. So you're now here at the side of the car. This gets the all airflow away from the driver because of the added with the halo, gets it away. A few little aerodynamic devices here, moves the air up and through and down to these little slits here on the car, which is ground effect with the floor. Now if we move over, you can see a lovely better design from that, as you can see. There we go, the side pods of the car. These little things, these keep the engine cool throughout the race as well. It channels the air through the car, keeps it cool, keeps it moving, and distributes it. If you watch, ready, there it is. Let's move it to the back of the car. It's being a bit slow today. Oh, there you go, being very slow. Very, very slow actually. If we can move it to the back of the car, hopefully we should be able to move it in a minute. There we go, to the back of the car. You can see, I'm going to go inside. Oh, well, no, we can't, that's a shame. But here's the driver's seat, but like you move it to the back of the car, out of these little vanes here, and through the engine cover at the top. So the Mercedes, it's a revolution of sorts. It's definitely going to be a little bit more interesting to see what else they can develop out of this car. As we just take a look at the plank underneath the car, this is sort of like the rudder effect. You see it, it's sort of the ground force, it does the little sparks as well. But if you remember, all of the time for wet races, why we see the car spinning off is because not because of the wet weather tyres, it's because the bottom of the car is running so low for the downforce that this wooden plank acts like a rudder. Gets the water, can't displace it, round you go. Simple as that. So the Mercedes W10, a tricky little car with some secrets. We'll have a look at the diffuser later on as well on the Ferrari, but this could be the car that takes Mercedes to a 6th World Championship. Not bad. And Megan Birch joins me now to talk about something a little bit different than Formula One. Excuse the hair, it's a lazy day. I'm not even wearing a proper shirt the way I do.
Because I just can't be bothered right now.
Well, you're not doing this weekend either. You've been very kind in stepping in this weekend to talk about the Typhoon.
And by the way, when can I be bothered for anything?
Absolutely true. But you've been very kind this weekend, stepping in to help us explain the Typhoon Hagibis. You've got a lot of experience with monitoring hurricanes. You're an amateur sleuth in it, but this one has been pretty bad, as I've shown you the photos.
Not the worst I've ever seen, though. It is, I would say, is it right now category 4?
Yes, it is, yeah.
I guess that's correct.
And I'm just hearing news as well that a earthquake has also hit Tokyo, 5.2 shockwave. So we hope everyone is okay, and we hope everyone is able to survive that and the typhoon. So everyone is very hurry on.
This is what it's like in life, by the way, as well. Me always trying to take stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of expected the earthquake because hurricanes and typhoons, same thing, cause a lot of damage and sometimes can cause tsunamis. And let's just hope that the sea level temperature goes down, because then the hurricane will get weaker, because hurricanes get stronger when it's warmer temperatures in the water.
Suzuka Circuit is also a coastal circuit. If you stand at the top of the commentary box level, you can see the sea.
Ooh, no, I would not want to do that race.
Exactly why today's qualifying was cancelled. It should die down by tomorrow, Megan. But what's your opinion? Because you're not actually in the commentary box this weekend. It's Megan's just here doing all of the usual hurricane stuff she does. It's me and Dad in the commentary box this weekend.
He's just really bad at tracking hurricanes, and I'm excellent at it.
Plus, it gives her a chance to have a show of her own. So, what's your predictions? Will qualifying take place Sunday morning? The rain would have gone, but the wind would still be high, and the track would still be very wet and cold.
I don't think that will happen, because even though the eye has passed, there's still winds, force winds, which spread for miles from the eye.
And your prediction for the race, if it happens? It should happen. There shouldn't be any problem with that late afternoon on Sunday.
I think it may happen, though if it doesn't, then I think it'll happen the next day.
Thank you, Megan. Well, Megan's staying with us now because earlier on, me and Megan do tend to play racing games together. And one of our favourite racing games is not actually the F1 game, it's the Gran Turismo Sport game. Mainly because we've got 2 controllers and we always end up just crashing into each other.
And there's 2 lunatics at the wheel.
Both of them are her, because she doesn't brake.
Which is true. I wasn't actually talking about him, I was talking about me.
I can't remember when we promised you this, but I think it was in some commentary we did.
Australia.
There we go. That we would show you one day what it's like when me and Megan actually end up playing a game of racing. So, here it is. This is at the Fuji circuit, I believe, or is it the Tokyo circuit?
Tokyo. This one I always win at because it's the only circuit where I definitely don't get to brake.
Yeah, well, you've seen Fast and Furious' take on Tokyo Drift. Now see Megan. Tokyo, I don't brake. Okay, Megan, so which one do you want?
I want Tokyo Expressway.
And,
it's the first one.
First one, okay. There's some impressive layouts. I like that one personally, but you like this one, don't you?
I don't. Because on the last one, Twilight one. Okay. Oh, a Twilight one.
We got to go with some Japanese cars. We're in Japan.
Oh, do I? I want to go in my original favourite car.
Lexus.
Where is it? Here it is.
The Lexus is Japanese.
Oh, looky then.
I thought we'll go super. I thought I was going to go super Formula. Alright, I'll try.
You can go whatever.
Sort by country: Austria, France, Germany, Italy, Japan. Okay. So I've got to choose one the same as you.
How about the one next to mine? Or the same one?
Oh, this is a bit tricky. I could go with the Nissan 4-wheel drive.
You could go with the same one.
You've got the
We've
fastest.
done that before. I've actually won still.
I'll go with the Toyota This one, the front wheel drive, so
Is it
there
faster than my
it's
car?
RZ, yeah.
No, it isn't.
Automatic, obviously, because we're not on the paddles. So go on, it's not faster. It's got the same acceleration as your car. It's got better drag.
But it's gonna be
slower
because I don't brake.
You've got 7 gears.
Yeah.
I've only got 5 gears, so yeah, you're going to be much quicker.
Well, I already am because I don't brake. I'm gonna be even quicker.
Your car was made 20 years after mine. 97, 17. Right, here we go then.
Hold on. 1 second.
Right, here we go. Starting.
I'm back.
Here we go. Starting.
I always feel so nervous at the start of the race.
3, 2, 1, and it's lights out.
Oh,
And away we go.
Hold on.
Oops. Where were you?
It's my actual angle.
Look, you don't brake, so I've got the advantage at the start. How many laps is it? 3 laps.
We'll see about that. You'll also see how rude to Joshua I am.
Oh, you hit me. I felt that. You hit me.
I'm aiming to hit you.
You're not meant to aim to hit me.
Well, have you met me? I'm a very competitive person.
I felt that. That's rude.
I don't care.
Problem is now, barring accidents, you're in the lead. And you don't brake, and this is a circuit where you don't need to brake. Can't you drift it? Look, whee, drifty. Yeah.
I am drifting.
There you go, look, Tokyo drift.
Brake. Oh, yeah, well, I use the wall to propel me places, so I don't need to.
Tokyo drift. I still think we should have done this in Super Formula cars.
We can one day. But we all know how that turned out last time.
Yeah, I won.
I won one.
Oh, brake,
We both won one, but we both decided that we're both no good at
Oh,
it.
I'm in the wall.
That's a good thing, Josh.
I'm terrible on the pad. I'm much better at this on the steering wheel. I'm much better at this.
I need to get a hang of like turning the car.
Yeah, you do need to turn a car.
I know.
I'm just looking at you and just looking when you make mistakes. I'll tell you one thing now, I think I've only got 5 gears. Wait! Whoa, it's a Flavio Toy.
I almost went in the pit lane there.
Oh no, that would have been real shocker, wouldn't it?
Are you aiming? For me to actually do that.
No, not at all. That one complete. Well, you're on lap 2 now. How many seconds am I behind? That's because you hit me. I would have been leading.
Yeah, that's kind of the point. I think I hit you around here.
Yeah, in the wall. Damage is
Good
on.
thing. I don't care if it is on.
You're so mean. Oh, I'm catching you up. What's the gap? I'm faster than you. I'm in a slower car, but in sector times, I'm matching you and I'm braking. You're not. That just proves how much quicker your car is.
Whee!
I'm going to try your philosophy and not braking. I just want to catch up to you. You can't win. I don't want you to win. If you win, you're going to gloat this
Watch me.
for the rest of time. He made a great accident. Ha ha! Ha ha! Oi! 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 Kevin Magnussen!
See ya!
Black flag for Megan. Black flag.
Go to hell!
Oh, I've been, thank you. It's quite lovely.
Whee!
I've been in a commentary box with you for the past 7 years. That's pretty much is hell.
I've been in the same house as you for 14.
That's not fair.
I always seem to come back.
That's not fair. You know it. We've got another lap of
It's
this as
always
well.
going to be fair.
I'm trying to brake, but I know that I'm always going to end up in the wall. You're in the back lane.
You! We'll see you in about 10 seconds.
It's a slow pit. I'll be fair. No, you're not going to. Where's your pit lane exit? Anyway?
I don't actually have a clue.
Oh, here it is. I'm just going to wait for you at the pit exit.
I'm gonna smash into your pigs.
Hi!
Hi!
See, I was being Fangio there. No, it's your day, British Grand Prix after you.
See ya.
Well, I want to win on merit. I don't want to win by saying, oh, she accidentally went in the pit lane. I want to win on... Where are you going? Did you hit the wall? Because I've caught you
always hit the wall.
massively. You've got in the wall there. I knew you were planning something. Oh dear, this is more carnage than Belgium 98.
I always seem to come back round on my own.
Yeah, there's no auto spins. Oh, I used to hate that on the F1.
I must be really, really skilled at this. Like
What?
turning around crashing.
We're on pads, by the way. We're on the dual shock controllers. We're not on wheels. I am much better on wheels because I can actually...
I'm much better on this. And for wheels, actually. I don't break anything.
You're better on the wheel.
I'm good at a wheel.
We've only got 40 seconds left. I thought you were going to hit the pit lane. Haha! No! No! Look at the sparks! This is not Fast and Furious! This is not Fast and Furious! Oh, she's round! Oh,
I did it again!
she's in the wall! This is more entertaining than the Japanese Grand Prix is going to be! Look at that! You're already going quicker than me! Oh, hang on! I'm in the lead! I got the lead!
Don't.
Ha ha ha! Ha ha! Come on, you've got a faster car than me. Surely you can catch up. Oh, this is going to be close. There's the pit lane. No, you don't. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Oh, I knew you. That's so unfair. No. Flag. Oh.
Yes!
That's unfair.
No, it's perfectly fair.
You touched the wall 0.3 of a second, seriously. You hit the wall. That's not right, that's cheating.
That's not possible.
Right, okay. Megan is the queen of Tokyo.
Okay. How about we go on to a dirt rally race?
We will do that.
Because I'm rubbish at them. But last time I won.
We'll do that.
Last time we played these games, I won how many times?
3, I won 4.
No, you liar! You're mixing results there because you got really annoyed at that actually.
I do. Oh well.
Yeah, because I
Alright,
4,
okay.
you won 3.
Okay.
I won 2 of them at the track's sake.
Okay, we will do that next time I'm in Mexico.
Nope, no.
Mexico.
No.
Yeah, sometimes I really regret getting a PlayStation because Megan just does not break. She just said that I should. Or should break or shouldn't break. She just said shouldn't break. Should regret it. Yeah, that's what she just said. Over the wall. Right, well, there we go then. Nothing else to tell. Bar that we'll be back tomorrow morning, hopefully with a qualifying report, but still a Sunday preview show for you. We'll be back tomorrow at 5 o'clock in the morning, previewing the Japanese Grand Prix if it goes ahead, and even if not, we'll have another one of these magazine shows. Formula 1 is delayed. Hope you enjoy your Saturday. The drivers, though, well, if I step over here, you can see what they've been up to. Max Verstappen brought his PlayStation down and has been playing games with about half of the Formula 1 field. And for Romain Grosjean, well, he's turned into a bit of a kit builder. He's bought the 6-wheel Tyrrell and he completed it earlier on this morning. And if your name is Lando Norris, well, you can just look here. He's decided to go bowling, and with pretty silly results. I'm pretty sure you're not meant to run down into the bowling alley. Well, we'll be back tomorrow for the Sunday race preview for the Japanese Grand Prix. Saturday cancelled. It's a fun day for Formula 1 in a bizarre situation. We'll do it all tomorrow, qualifying and the race on Super Sunday. From us all here, bye for now.